Welcome everybody to the CGF and Beaver show, brought to you by Betezy.com.au. He's the Beaver, I'm CGF. You know that now though, because you've been watching the show for a few months.
Yes.
How you going, Beef?
Very good, mate. How are you?
Better that the Roosters won.
Better the Roosters won, and me too, the doggies, mate.
Yep. No,
Didn't beat much, but that was good.
GWS jumped.
Oh, Beaver was there, mate. The best was there. Premiership title chance, mate.
Yeah, no, don't get carried away.
Oh, come on.
Don't
We're coming to get him. We're coming to get him.
It was a good weekend of rugby league and AFL and so called, but we're here to look at the racing and we get into the guts of the autumn now.
How'd your best bet go last week, CGF?
Time for Julia.
I knew that, mate. I just wanted to see. Going to return serve?
How'd your best bet go, Beef?
Bet one.
Yeah. And we got the Quinella in the Challenge Stakes or whatever it was.
Yes.
Appearance and not listen to me.
Yep.
So we, I mean, a couple of others, Janu, a few others. Actually, we returned to form last week. Returned to form.
Yeah, it was good.
Quite happy with what we did last week. But this is about this week, Beef.
That's what we're about. That's what we're
You're
about.
only as good as the bloody fish and chip pack, mate, from yesterday.
The good thing is we know how to back it up, CGF.
Correct. So we're going to be looking exclusively at Rose Hill, where we have a Crackerjack Days racing with a couple of Group 1s and all sorts going on down there. CGF's scoured the form, gone far and wide. Yeah, you know me. Always go outside the square.
Yep.
We're going to look at the race 3 to start off with, the Todman Stakes over 1,200 metres. And we see the return of a few horses that were down here a couple of weeks ago, but on a dodgy track.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I like Risen from Doubt. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. You've gone the same thing.
Risen from Doubt.
Yep, about $4. So there's 3 horses around $4 there. I liked its first up performance on, a track that you couldn't take too much out of. Unencumbered was in the same race. Finished behind it, but that doesn't mean a lot. Jabali's got good form, but I think Risen from Doubt is a genuine slipper place chance. So,
well, based on the last race, Moss Fun won, but I think the ground helped that incredibly.
Yes.
I didn't think Risen from Doubt handled the ground and ran 3rd, and I don't think Unencumbered stretched out and it ran 5th.
Definitely didn't.
Jabali comes in to sort of be the joker in the pack.
Yes.
Runs 2nd in a Blue Diamond. But I'm sticking with Risen from Doubt. I thought it was a crackerjack run. Bowman's aboard, and at $4, that'll do me.
Yep.
Takes us to race 4, which is the Riesling Stakes, 1,200 metres for 2-year-olds. These are traditional lead-up races going towards the Golden Slipper. And we have a very, very hot favourite here. Well, hot, I suppose, $1.80, but I don't think you'll be getting $1.80 on Saturday. No. Earthquake. Earthquake's my pick. I just can't back. You can't back against it.
You can't. You've got to tip it. And if you're going to have a bet, you've probably got to back it. And yeah, I mean, Moss Fun's the definite danger. Outside of those two, bloody ordinary lot.
Yeah, look, I mean, there's some good 2-year-olds, but they're not in that class. And
they're not in that field.
Well, Oakley Gill and like you take a horse like Memorial, I mean, they deserve a run in the race. The problem is that, they're running for 2nd, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, but the 3rd favourite's 12. If that didn't win last weekend, it'd be lucky to win a race.
Yeah. 12 has been trying ever since. Race 6 we go to, and that is the Ajax Stakes over 1,500 metres. Interesting field, a couple of ones that have been going around for a few years, and a few new ones on the scene. Ecuador, is it going to race in this race or the last race?
I think it'll race in this, did you?
Yeah. Righto, that's fine. I'm just putting it out there. So what do you like? Race 6?
I like Ecuador. It's flying at the moment. Its last up was a really good win. 3rd up after a spell. I think it'll go on and potentially beat even better class of horses than this. So for me, Ecuador, yeah.
Yeah, look, it won last start, and it didn't look like it handled the ground, but I didn't think the form, that field was as strong as this field, given that the handicaps. But I'm going to go with number 1, Moro. I thought that was a cracking win first up.
Top win.
Yeah, it's a horse that's promised a bit and now starting to put 3 together.
Yeah.
It's got a lump, 59 odd kilos.
Yeah.
That's the downside. It's got to give Equator about 5-6 kilos.
Yeah.
That said, it's got the master on him, Craig Williams, so it's got 58 kilos. So it's going to be about 5 kilos. But I like Moro, and I certainly like $8.50 and $2.40.
Yeah.
I think value-wise, Monton's won a few lately, but I don't think he's in this class. Reba Delago will promises plenty, delivers not a lot. And then I suppose the one that is the joker in the pack is Messine, the Hawks horse, who had another good day at Newcastle yesterday, won the Newmarket with Mercier.
Mm-hmm.
I back Mercier many a time, and every time I don't back it, it bloody wins.
Well, I was annoyed, CGF, because my offsider out there says, Beaver, give us a tip for the Newmarket to put on Facebook. What does the Beaver give him?
Mercier?
And does he put it on?
No.
No. It was nearly a sackable offence, I'll tell you.
Well,
harsh words were had.
Rightio then. So Moro and Equator the boys are going for. Takes us to race 7 of the Group 1 Cornwall Classic over 1,500 metres. And this has been won by some very, very good racehorses, including one of my faves, Sunline.
Yes.
Now,
that's showing your Kiwi faithfulness there.
Yeah, but we're talking about a champion. We are talking about a champion.
We're talking about a very, very good racehorse.
I reckon this field is from a punting perspective, is a nightmare. Because I reckon any one of 5 or 6 can win it without even surprising. Now, if Catkins draws a draw, to me it's
250.
Yeah. But at 13-14, you're thinking, or 13 or 14, whatever it's drawn, I think that brings the field back into it. CGF's going to stick with his old faithful, number 11, A Time for Julia.
Yeah.
I went through all the form, and I just kept going back. It's got 53 kilos. It's a mare in good form, and a mare in good form is worth a couple of lengths.
Yeah.
It might not have the quality. That's my only question. Has it risen to that level of quality?
Yep.
The one that I think, if you work the reverse, is Dear Demi. Now, we know Dear Demi's got quality about her. So A Time for Julia, Dear Demi would be my two in a Quinella. And you're going to get 13, 14, 15 bucks on the day.
Yep.
What do you like?
CGF, I've done this. I haven't tipped the same as you, but I've gone round and round looking at this field going, what do I like? And I just couldn't go past Catkins.
Yeah.
I thought its last win, it had the runner race, but it was explosive. And given the right draw, it would be a short price favourite and be winning this race.
It is carrying the weight this time, though.
It's carrying a good horse's weight, but it is a good horse.
No question. I'm not disagreeing there. But
it's not a lot above the minimum here. It's only about 4 kilos, 3 or 4 kilos above the minimum. So it is carrying a good horse's weight. But having said that, you're probably getting a bit of value around $4 because it's drawn out wide. If it can get across, which is probably going to try and come across with something that steps in time. I don't know what else around this.
Steps in Time showed form last start.
Yeah.
It's old form. It'll definitely go to the front.
That's right.
And it could drag it across if it wanted to.
Yes. Well, I think it will. And I think there's 1 or 2 others that might go forward, like Benaria and the likes, that may drag it across and may be able to pop in and get a sit behind them. If it does, I think it's good night.
I think they're really interesting runner in this race is the Japanese horse, Hannah's Gold.
Yep.
Its form line, it's 21 starts, 5 wins, 1 second, 1 third for $1.7 million. So obviously a useful commodity. They didn't bring it here for the sake of their health.
No.
They brought it here for later on, I think. Craig Williams jumped off for track work a week and a half ago and said, yep. So I would just throw that in your multiples. I'm not saying it can win. But the problem is you don't know. You don't actually, to be able to do a comparative form line is very, very difficult.
It's a big ask first start and draw at 15.
Yeah.
So
and my view is they'll drop it out the back and see if it runs home.
Yeah.
If it does, if they go mental up front.
Well, I wouldn't rule something like Aranosa out.
No, Aranosa's lay of the day.
Yeah. Well, it's $21, mate. It's
a bit like your Eurozone last week, mate. He got to the 1,500 metres and started gasping.
Finished third, beat the thing you tipped home.
Mate, he gasped.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Savvy Nature's proven himself over 2,000 metres. And Savvy Nature didn't run a great race. Take that on board.
Not as good.
But Eurozone doesn't see out a strong 1,600 metres.
Maybe that's the case.
And that's why I said you can't back it last week.
Yeah.
If you'd listened to CGF, you would have saved your money. It's all right.
It's a fair run, given it finished third, and you would have got your money back.
Aranosa lay of the day.
All right.
Just on another subject White Sage broke down in track work.
Yeah. And listen here, CGF, there's no use laying things at $20. Pull your head in.
Oh, but you're saying Aeronosa. I just don't. I just think maybe lay the days over the top, but I just. Yeah. CGF, let me put it in this. It's in the CGF unbackable file.
Okay.
It's run 2 shockers.
Yep.
Unless coming back to Sydney sparks it up again.
Yep.
Anyway, I've been proven right more times than wrong, so I'll just keep moving on from there. Race 8 brings us to the 2,000 metre Group 1 Randwick Stakes. And we have a very, very good field here. We have 1 Fiorente, 1 It's a Done Deal, and 1 Silent Achiever.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Well, put a line through the third one.
Right. That's your opinion. Because he just had a look at my sheet and he's seen I've picked Silent Achiever. So now he's coming with a low blow. But carry on.
You've gone with this, mate, instead of this.
No. You haven't seen his last 2 wins.
Oh, mate. It's racing against the best 2 horses in the country. Fiorente and It's a Done Deal. And I think they'll fight it out.
Mate, I'm a Kiwi. It's a Done Deal last time I looked. I was born and bred in New Zealand.
Yes, I know.
And I've gone against it. And I've gone against it.
I knew you were going to say that.
So don't give me that crap. If you're going to have an argument with me, get your bloody facts right.
I knew you were going to say that, but yeah, you've lost the point.
Punters, he's talking through his kick here. So what are you going to back?
Fiorente.
Fair enough. I tell you what, Fiorente will be all over this race. But CGF's going to stick with Silent Achiever. After looking at things, everything else, I just like Silent Achiever. I watched his last 2 runs in New Zealand. They were cracking runs. This is a class racehorse. Whether it's classy enough to beat Fiorente, we'll see.
Yep.
Probably not. But I reckon...
That's the thing. The 2 runs have been in New Zealand.
I'm all over the Quinella.
Not in Sydney.
I'll tell you what. I'll put it all out there now. Number 8, number 1, Quinella of the day. Okay. Silent Achiever, Fiorente. All right?
All right.
I did not like It's a Done Deal's last run. I didn't like it. I thought he just didn't show a horse that's supposed to be where he is. And if Boban beats him, with all due respect to Boban, I know he's come back, but he wasn't running that well earlier on. So no. I don't know the form line stacks up. Yeah. Anyway, Silent Achiever, take it as you see it. Fiorente, they're saying 275. You get 275, you'd be all over that.
Yeah, good.
I reckon come day it'll be $2.20.
$2.
$2.20. It's a Done Deal will be $2.50, and Silent Achiever will be out at the
$13 at the moment.
You're kidding me?
Yeah. Not kidding you, mate. $13.
Wow. $13 and $3. Great bit of the day. Great bit of the day. Right, Alice, what have you got for us? Since you've been such a cantankerous bugger today. Don't stir me, Beef.
Oh, mate. Bloody hell. I like race 2 in Sydney. I tipped it last week and it was scratch. Desert Wizard.
Right.
St. Rose Hill. And then I like a couple in Sandown at a bit of value, CGF, which you know I love to give out there. In race 5, number 6, Godiva Rock, about $8. And in race 7, Rugged Cross, which is about $10.
Good stuff.
What else you got, mate?
I just got my best bet of the day.
Yeah.
Which is Moro.
Yep.
$8.50 and $3. CGF's typical value bet. I was really taken by its first win.
Yep.
And it's a horse that, like I said, is starting to move through the grades and do what it's supposed to be, being bought from overseas. I reckon it's a really, really good bet. I'm all over that, and I'm all over Fiorente and Silent Achiever. What's your best bet? My
best bet comes up in Sydney, race 5, number 4, Prince Cherie. Currently around the $4.40 mark.
You love the old Prince Cherie, don't you?
Good horse, mate. Should have won the Metro. Good first up run. Up in distance here. Will be hard to beat.
Good stuff. Manchester United won this morning. Through the quarterfinals. Good win.
Yeah.
Van Persie scored a hat-trick.
My young boys would be happy.
Yeah. Chelsea.
That time he scored a goal.
Chelsea beat Galatasaray.
Yeah.
Western Sydney won their game in Japan against Kawasaki. So nice.
Sydney.
Western Sydney.
Yeah, it was played in Sydney.
Yeah, I said they beat the Japanese team, Kawasaki.
Played in Japan.
Played in Japanese?
Yes, right.
They're bloody in Japanese. Have you had a hard day out there today or something?
I have, mate. I have. What else is happening?
Not much. Just, keep my head above water. Big game of rugby league on Friday night, the Broncos and the Roosters.
Yes.
Roosters by +6.5.
Yep.
I think the Bronx have done really well so far, but
They're bubbling.
The Warriors are never to be backed, never to be spoken about, never to be talked about again.
That's true.
I mean, and now what makes me laugh though, 2 games in, St George Illawarra apparently absolute champions. You know, and Woodith is the best buy of the year. Look, he's done a great job.
Beat nobody.
I thought it was pretty clever the ball he caught and then whipped it on the left foot.
Yeah, he's a good player.
But geez, we do that now, bloody. We do that in the back.
Yeah, we're
Just
warming up
on the
warming
head,
up for the show.
out the back, exactly. Well, you ain't
Nothing.
bloody drop kick with your bloody left foot.
Nothing. And the AFL's kicked off and going flying, great guns.
Well, CGF will be at Etihad Stadium tomorrow night to watch North Melbourne and Essendon.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
going down there to see Bomber and see what's going on and just give him a few tips because I know James is not there.
Yeah.
So it was important that I went down there.
You're in the box, coach's box.
Oh, man, I don't know about being the coach's box,
You low key.
but I'll probably be offering a bit of advice.
Oh, good on you, mate.
But I could be in row 27 to see you back.
That's fair enough.
Playing Kew Golf Course tomorrow morning.
All right.
Yeah.
And how's your mate Buddy Franklin going after being beat by the Giants?
Is Matthew Lloyd got a real bean as one of them about Lance Franklin? I mean, to say that he is past his best and he's got nothing to offer is
pretty harsh.
Ludicrous statement.
Yes. Yeah.
Ludicrous statement. Look, there's no way knowing a man I would have signed the guy on a 9-year contract. Let's get over the bridge and build that one for Matthew and so he can move on with life.
Yeah.
But I think he'll do more than pay his way over a few years. But with
Certainly.
Anyway. But I thought GWS were fantastic.
Mate, one thing I noticed, they no longer look like boys.
No. Though
Physique-wise, they had some big bopper.
I still think
Shaw and
they're
Josh
still a
Hunt.
season away from being that week in, week out hard. But the thing that I liked about them was that Josh Hunt and Mumford,
And he's short.
3
Quality.
hard.
Premiership winning.
God, you see that bloody... I mean, it might have me in my day. Josh Hunt with the...
Oh, mate.
What,
That bloke's
and
massive.
Can we stop washing the shirts? They keep bloody shrinking. It's not me, punters. It's the bloody washing machine we
Yeah,
use.
sure.
Yeah, right. Anyway, got anything else?
Enough bull scrap there.
Right then, so if you've got any bets and whatever you want to do, go to betezy.com.au. Got every sporting market that you want.
Yeah, we got second place refunds over the weekend for certain races. Get on the site, have a look at our promotions. They're all there.
The multi-bet's a great one because my first leg got dropped on the other day. Mitchell Ward screwed it up. But
Yeah,
anyway.
you probably lost all the others as well.
No, I didn't. I had the Roosters 13 plus, and I had the Bronx to beat thing. He took bloody Fremantle 1-39.
Oh, that was stupid.
It cost me early.
Yeah.
Anyway, we move on. I'm not that I'm affected by this.
Yeah, let's go.
Rightio then, bet responsibly. Go to betezy.com.au. Get all your bets and markets. Have a fantastic weekend, and we shall see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.